Give us 60 minutes and we'll give you Nelson Radio every Saturday from 2 to 3 p.m. on KTLK AM 1150. With 29 years in the mortgage business and an array of top-level guests visiting the show, Nelson is in a unique position to bring you cutting-edge information on real estate, business, finance, and law. If you have any questions for Nelson or any of his guests, give him a call at 888-888-2136. That's 888-888-2136. Or check him out online at nelsonradio.com.
Nelson Radio.
Welcome back to Nelson Radio. I'm with my guest host, Ron Quintero. We're looking at vision and the future of our real estate market with Villa Real Estate, one of Newport's finest luxury markets and innovators that are leading the charge on embracing technology and bringing it into our marketplace to the consumer's benefit. This segment brought to you by Insurance Incorporated, professional and courteous insurance services, reducing premiums along the way as much as 40%. We want you to contact us anytime through our show. You can reach us at 888-888-2136. That's 888-888-2136, or connect with us on the web at nelsonradio.com. So, Ron, I'm excited because Tim Carr, our guest here in this upcoming segment, one of the founders and principals of Villa Real Estate, has been had an iconic career here in Orange County and in the Newport Beach coastal community luxury market. And it's interesting that somebody at his success is now launching a new platform.
Yeah, and what I love about what they're doing is they're harnessing technology, Yelp ratings, search engine optimization, all the stuff that YouTube, the videos. We were talking with the, I think we're talking next segment with the Steve Hyde.
Steve Hyde.
Is that Steve Hyde?
Correct.
And some of the things that we had a conversation around is, and he's going to talk about this a little bit. So, folks, if you're listening, stick around. You're going to want to hear what Steve Hyde had to say.
And most importantly with Tim, he's a run gun and anteater. Welcome to the program, Tim. Graduate of the Paul Mirage School of Business at UC Irvine, my alma mater. How you doing?
Thank you.
So talk to us about that. Other than being an anteater, talk to us about why you would pull up stakes and launch a new platform when really you're in your sweet spot at the epicenter of your career.
It was really interesting because I told all of my friends I would never do it again. We had a wild success with Strata Properties. We were very fortunate. We sold at the top of the market because we were all fighting, and it was just dumb luck, with some skill level also. But interestingly enough, we were approached by Gary Jabara, and the company was set up before we joined. So the agent base, myself, Steve Hyde, Evan Corquette, Kim Bibb, John Flagg, were all brought on after the brand and the company were built. And it was an interesting blend because our previous company, when we owned Strata, we did everything ourselves. I was the CFO, the CEO was brought up within the ranks, and we were great at selling real estate. We weren't great at running a business.
But man, you guys were extremely well known. I mean, you guys really dominated the coastal properties and Laguna Beach and Newport. I mean, I was here in Orange County during that time. You guys were dominant.
We did really well financially, but internally running that business, there were holes.
Controlled mayhem.
Yeah, and it's been fun with our new venture because we have a really strong business partner with a great business background, extremely successful, well-funded, and that and the combination or the marriage with the agent base has really allowed us to make huge gains. And we've been open 45 days. I think we're at about $200 million in inventory, and we have 68 agents already. So we're growing quickly, and it's been a lot of fun.
Talk to us a little bit about your partner that came in. He's coming from the technology sector.
Sure.
Tell us about Gary.
Gary, who I've only known recently, background is his company's called Mobility, and they're one of the largest cell tower owner in the nation. And one of my first questions to Gary is, why would you want to get into residential real estate? That was our first meeting. And he really felt there was an opportunity in the luxury markets to grow a company and succeed and be profitable. And with our agent base and our background, having done it before, he felt that would be a real good blend or good marriage. And it has been, having the strong business background with an ethical agent base, allowing us to choose the agents that we'd like to join the company has really allowed us to, hopefully provide one of the best boutique brokerages out there today.
And with that, I think it's an interesting blend. And with any technology, it can distance our consumer, our home buyers and our home sellers from the actual business. How do you blend that back together? At the end of the day, like Antonio, we're broadcasting from Antonello's Ristorante here in Orange County. And Tony was sharing how customer service is still the keystone of what he does. How do we do that with technology and our real estate?
Technology has really made our business easier. Everyone said 10 years ago, when the internet comes, it's going to wipe you out. There won't be a need for agents. And it's the complete opposite. The consumer's much more knowledgeable. Like Steve's going to comment on, the consumer today is seeing every property on the market before you show them, but they still need that face-to-face negotiation. And the knowledge, the local knowledge of the realtor, the business background, the negotiating skills, there's still a lot of complications and legal obstacles in deals that require a strong broker. So if anything, our jobs become easier. The other thing everyone said was the commission would shift and become lower, which it really hasn't, because people see the value in having a strong agent representing them. So I think if anything, the service level has become greater. The agents that are doing well, there's probably a smaller pool of those agents being extremely successful, but everyone still uses agents. There are cases where a Redfin or one of the other discount brokerages may sell in certain neighborhoods, and if you look at the majority of the sales, they're still using traditional agent model.
Well, and discounted fees means discounted service. It's really simple. And if you're a professional, let's say it's a man and a woman living in a house together, hopefully married, but even if they're not, just sharing that household, they're both busy careers, maybe they have kids, and who knows what's going on. They don't have time. And they need to hire professionals, just like you hire a tax professional to be able to handle your tax. You cut your own hair, do your own teeth. I could justify the fees for what a real estate professional does all day, every day.
And you wouldn't go to a $1 dentist, you wouldn't go to a $1 cardiologist. So I think that, just like what you talked about, being a proficient negotiator, especially in this marketplace, and the nameplates that you mentioned, Evan Corkett, Tim Carr, Steve High, John Flagg, these are the cornerstones of the Newport Beach marketplace that demands that kind of negotiator in this environment.
And you bring up a great point. You're selling the largest asset that you have in most people's cases, and they want someone with that representation, that knowledge, and they'll be successful.
So before we break here, tell us a little bit about a specific property. You've got one of your listings in Corona Del Mar, and I just wanted you to paint the word picture for marketing property and this specific home that you've brought to market.
It's interesting that we're here at Antonello's because it's truly an Italian villa. The property on the waterfront. It's listed at $2,950,000. Beautiful tri-level property, bay views in the heart of Corona Del Mar, and it reminds me so much of this restaurant. It's coincidental.
And that's a 5-bedroom, 5-bath house?
Yes.
And what's cool about Corona Del Mar is you're not just buying a home, you're buying into a community. Corona Del Mar is very unique. And by the way, those of you that are listening right now in the Los Angeles basin or maybe Ventura, you might want to come down to Corona Del Mar for a weekend. It is just a phenomenal place to look at, to just be at. It's a great property. And not to mention, I think that's kind of on the lower end. I mean, you have a lot of properties over in Corona Del Mar that exceed that sales price. So to be able to get in kind of under the radar, that's a good opportunity.
It's generating a lot of activity. It's probably the best priced property in Corona Del Mar today.
Wow.
So we're seeing a lot of activity on that property.
I like the invitation. Come down from Ventura, come down from LA County, spend a weekend in Corona Del Mar. Tim Carr leading the charge to buy that new home down in Corona Del Mar, and a fabulous dinner at Antonello's along the way. Tim, I want to thank you for joining us. It's Tim Carr, one of the founders and partners of Villa Real Estate, innovators in bringing today's technology into the real estate marketplace. This segment brought to you by Insurance Incorporated. If you want to reach us, please call us 888-888-2136. That's 888-888-2136. Or you can reach us direct and or Tim Carr direct through our web platform, nelsonradio.com. We'll be right back.
Nelson is a licensed lender under the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 331060.
This is Nelson from Nelson Radio, and it's important that we talk about a very serious issue. We had bad lending practices that led to the mortgage meltdown, but now we've got the challenge of deplorable customer service coming out of the meltdown. Bottom line, getting a new loan can be like pulling teeth without Novocaine. I've got the solution. Academy Mortgage and my team are injecting into the industry real performance and real accountability. Here are the facts. Appraisals in less than a week. Rate guarantees that can improve if the market goes down. Purchase transactions with our market-exclusive close-on-time guarantees and refinance transactions in as little as 30 days. Who would have thunk? Guaranteed rates and guaranteed performance from your mortgage lender. Call me, Nelson, an accountable loan expert for nearly 3 decades, direct at 888-888-2136. That's Nelson at 888-888-2136, 888-888-2136, or at strongcreditrewards.com.